Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the second episode of the Ultimate Ironman. And if you missed episode 1, make sure you catch up first. But we just finished a bunch of low-level quests, and I set the goal of the Ardougne Cloak 1, and that's what we're going to be trying to get today. As you can see right here, the requirements for the Ardougne Easy Diary are extremely low, and you could actually even do this on a skiller. But so far, we've done Rune Mysteries, we have level 5 Thieving at least. So all we gotta do now is get the items and do Plague City and Biohazard. And let's start off by making our way over to Varrock. One of the items that we need for the diary is a piece of silk, and there's a few really easy ways to get this. I'm just gonna buy it from Thessalia here in Varrock. We could also get it from Alcarid, or we can thieve it with level 20 thieving from the stalls in Ardy. But if we do that, then we have to wait half an hour to an hour before the guy will buy it back because we have to sell the piece of silk to him. And if we stole from him, he's not going to be very happy with that. So let's go ahead and buy a piece of silk here. Next item we have to get is a rusty sword, or actually a few of them because there's a chance you can fail. And to get a rusty sword, we have to pickpocket ham members, which means for that we need 15 thieving. So we're going to steal from the T-cells here until we get that. I don't want to train thieving in Ardy just to have to come all the way back to Lumbridge to the ham lair. So we're just going to knock this out right now, get everything we need, head over to Ardy, and then do all the tasks all at once. 15 thieving. And before we head over to Lumbridge to the ham area, we're going to do the Varrock Museum quiz, which will give us 1000 XP in Hunter and Slayer. So I figure since we're here, I might as well do it. I saved as many teas as possible because I have a feeling we'll have to use a lot of food while pickpocketing the ham members. Okay, once we finish talking with Orlando, there it is, level 9 Slayer and level 9 Hunter right away. Yeah, I think we got everything that we need from Varrock, so hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. And we can go ahead, teleport to Lumbridge, see you back at the ham place. Apparently that was an easy task to just go down here, but the Rusty Sword is apparently an uncommon drop. I want to get maybe 3 of them. We'll see how it's going, see how much food we have and stuff. We can only pickpocket the female members because apparently Jagex is sexist and you need 20 for the males. So we'll see how this goes. We just got an easy clue scroll like 5 pickpockets in. I don't think I'm going to do any clues, at least not right now, because even if I do get something that could potentially be useful, I just don't have the space for it in my inventory. And we also don't have a house to store anything in. So I don't think it's really worth the time. We're just going to drop all of them. I just got a freaking crafting level from polishing these buttons. It's like 5 XP each. It's pretty cool. All right, there's the third rusty sword. Hopefully that's gonna be enough for us and we're not gonna like break or get nothing from all 3 or whatever. We also got an axe upgrade. We have to get a steel one eventually anyways. We got 19 thieving. We got a steel pickaxe, which we need 6 mining for. And we got 2 iron ores, which means we can do Doric's quest right now. We'll just go ahead and mine the clay and copper that we need for that and just finish that up real quick before we move on. And we'll get the 6 clay and the 4 copper that we need right here at the Remington mine. You know, there's a lot of really underappreciated dialogue in this game. Like this, for example. When you bring all the exact items that you need to finish the quest, you tell Doric, hey, that's so weird that these exact items that you need, out of the limitless possibilities, I have the exact items. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the quest right there. We got a bunch of mining XP. We're also going to get a lot of mining XP from Plague City as well. But this is just one less thing to worry about now. And we could go ahead and toss that bronze pick. I'm going to keep this with me until we need inventory space. I don't see a reason to drop it. I don't really need run that badly. But now let's head over to Edgeville and pull that lever and hopefully not get PK'd in level 50 Wildy for the 2 seconds that we're there. I have no food or anything. I mean, we're not a hardcore Ironman. It'd be slightly annoying to get wiped right now, but that wouldn't be the end of the world. So I'm not scouting or anything. We'll just see how this goes. Hopefully there's no one here to PK us. Nice. Okay, cool. So we're going to pull the lever and that'll be an Ardy. Oh, it's actually a Wildy diary task when you pull. You have to pull the lever from Ardy in order to get the Ardy diary done. But you can only go back to Ardy once you pull it. So whether you come from Edgeville or come from Ardy, I keep saying Ardy over and over, you can only go back to Ardy. Unless you have the Wilderness Easy Diary done, then you could choose. We need a rope for Plague City, so we'll just pick that up right here. Let's clear out that inventory space, sell the silk, and there's one of the tasks done. Oh my gosh, seeing this guy right here is just bringing back memories of being a brand new hardcore. Let's yoink his cake. Oh crap. Okay, cool. That's one of the easy tasks. For a lot of Ironmen for early game, they steal like 500 or 1,000 cakes or something and use that when they're training fire making. But since we can't bank the cakes as an ultimate Ironman, there's a different method that I'll be showing you once we do start training fire making. I know this is completely random, but I decided last night to get 28 thieving so I could kind of just casually chill and steal from this chest upstairs because I don't like recording a lot late at night because my voice just sounds dry and tired. And I'm also really really trying to not get backed up on footage. I feel like there's so much to talk about, and it's such a different feeling going from every grind being 100 hours to now every grind being like 5 minutes. But as you can see, I got over 300 nature runes, which we can't even use yet since we don't have the magic level to superheat or alch. So I think I'll hold on to them unless I need inventory space. Then I'll just dump them at a general store or maybe at Mage Bank. I think I'll try that. If we don't get the level to superheat by the time we need space, we'll try going to Mage Bank and selling them there. By the way, every time you picklock this chest, you get 3 GP and 1 nature rune. And if you're curious where it's at, you need level 28 thieving again, by the way. It's right here in this house in Ardougne. All you gotta do is picklock the door to get in, go upstairs, and yeah, that's where it's at. The next task that we have to do is go out fishing on the fishing trawler. But in order to save 30 seconds of running there, I want to use the minigames teleport to get straight there. But as you can see, if you try to use the teleport, you need level 15 fishing to use that. Okay, the 30-second time save isn't the main reason why I'm doing this, because like I said in episode 1, unlocking transportation is going to be vital, and it's a good excuse to get some quests done. Luckily though, the Sea Slug quest will give us enough XP to get beyond level 15 fishing, but to do the Sea Slug quest, we need level 30 fire making. And we did already get level 15 from lighting the logs in Lumbridge, but I want to start right from oak, which means we need level 15 woodcutting. And instead of cutting trees, it's another excuse to get a quest done. And the Monk's Friend quest will give us some nice starting XP, which will jump us almost straight to oak trees. If you've ever done the one small favor quest, that's pretty much what I've turned this into. But with that said, we'll work our way backwards, starting with the Monk's Friend. I like how I had to run to Port Khazard anyways to buy a jug, but we'll come back here and finish it all up later. Let's get this quest done. Oh yeah, dancing with the brothers. And there we go, quest is complete. That literally took like 3 minutes. For the law runes, I don't think we'll be training magic for a while. I'll hold on to them until I need inventory space, but I don't think they'll be useful. I know for a lot of Ironman, you just bank it and they'll be really useful later on, but we don't have that privilege. I chose to restrict myself, but from that we got level 13 woodcutting, so we'll just finish up chopping regular trees and lighting those logs until we get level 15, then move on to oak. The long grind to 15 woodcutting is finally over. We can start chopping oak trees. I'm gonna chop these trees right here because they're all pretty close and clumped together, and I guess I'll see you back with 30 fire making. Curious to see what the woodcutting is going to be then, because ideally I would like to get 35 woodcutting so we can chop the teak tree by Castle Wars and train woodcutting and fire making over there. And there we have it, level 30 fire making, and we're ending off this small little grind with 26 woodcutting. Let's go ahead and do the Sea Slug quest now. It's so satisfying to see this chat box just filled with level up messages. It's so nice. Yo, check this out. Look at the fishing level from level 1 to level 24, just like that. Those early levels for fishing are like the worst, so it's super nice to get that out of the way. And now that we have that done, we can use the fishing trawler teleport. So if we go right here, go over to the fishing trawler, we can teleport straight there now. The next step we have to do is get a sword identified by Tyndall Marchant here. And if it fails and doesn't get identified and like it disappears or something, the task won't count. So, oh, we got mithril sword. Ooh, yo, can't even equip that yet, can we? Probably just sell it to a general store. That's sweet though. Should we try to get the other two identified? It's 100 GP each, but if the sword we get's pretty decent, we could probably profit on it at the general store if we sell it there. Another mithril sword. Okay, and one more. Steel. Okay. So I'm going to equip the steel sword. That'll be our best in slot until we go to Intrana or do something. And if we trade the shopkeeper, 520 GP for one of those. Definitely was worth it. So the next task, going out on fishing trawler, you don't actually have to play through the whole game. All you have to do is just wait for the boat to go out and then you get the task done. And I'm not going to actually go through the game anyways, because first, I don't feel like buying the supplies. It's not worth the money. Then second off, even if I did get one outfit piece, I can't store it anywhere. I mean, even if I went to play 4 games and got the full set, I still have nowhere to store it until we train construction. Sweet, the boat's about to head off. And there we go, easy task is done. Cool, and then switching worlds just takes us off the boat automatically. Okay, once we trade with Alec here, that will be one more task done. Now we have one last task left to go, and that's the one that requires Biohazard. And to do Biohazard, we have to do Plague City. So let's go ahead and get all the items we need for Plague City and then get that quest done. I'm going to the crafting guild right now to pick up a snake grass for the quest. And I figure along the way, I'm going to buy a couple of teleport cards from Diego now that we have a lot of money and we can afford it. Just to get to Varrock later on, because I'm sure we'll have to get there at some point. Oh no. Okay, we're good. Hey look, it's my content again. Okay, I guess you could have just bought a bucket of milk from here, But I'm going to buy the dwell berries that we need and buy the chocolate dust that we need. And something else that I just found out, because I know they sell chocolate dust here, is that if you want to make chocolate dust from a chocolate bar, I thought you could only use a pestle and mortar to make it. But apparently you could also use a knife on a chocolate bar to make chocolate dust. And to save inventory space, I can actually make the hangover cure before I actually go do the quest. So there's 2 spots freed up right there. You know what, before we leave here, I'm gonna get 10 agility at the agility course over here. And once we get level 10, we'll unlock the drainer one, which will be really easy to get to from Lumbridge. But I don't know the next time I'll be back here, so let's just do it right now. And there we have it, level 10 agility. And whenever we're not running, like we're just walking or standing still, run is going to restore slightly faster now. It's not going to be a huge difference by any means, but you know, every little bit helps. Huh, I never knew there was a shortcut to Artie from here. I always just kind of like assumed you had to walk around and go in through there. It's the little things you learn every day. Here's the end of the Plague City quest, super fast quest, took like 5 minutes. Watch that mining level. Look at that, 18 mining, we got 2.4k mining XP, a quest point, and the Artie teleport spell, which I believe you need 51. Yeah, I need 51 magic to be able to cast that, so we won't be able to use that for a long time. Gotta make sure I actually read the scroll book though, because if I don't do that, we won't have the spell unlocked. So now we have it unlocked. And now once we eventually train magic a while from now, then we can use the spell. But let's move on to Biohazard now. I wasn't really prepared for a fight, but luckily I picked up those runes from the magic tutor in Lumbridge. So I'm casting Windstrike and just cornering this guy over here. And I found a little safe spot. It's nice. By the way, doing all this questing and running around and stuff really makes me appreciate having a high agility level and having stamina potions. And I could also just flinch him from here too. Apparently right here is where I would deposit the touch paper and the plague sample in the bank. But unfortunately, I don't have a bank, so I have to walk all the way to Varrock. I can't use my Chronicle that I just charged up. It's a really tough game mode, remember that. Okay, there we go. Biohazard is completed. Got a little bit of thieving XP. Gave us a level, actually. And a few other small things that aren't too important. But the really good thing we can do now is access the combat training camp, the last task that we need for the Artie Easy Diary. Let's get this done. Okay, once we go in here, diary is complete. Let's go collect the reward. Okay, let's talk to 2 Pints over here and finish that up and get our Ardougne Cloak 1. That's so amazing to see. Let's put that on. That looks so good. Now, unfortunately, for the XP lamp, the skill that we use it on has to be at least level 30, and it gives you 2.5k XP. So I'm going to leave that. I know I say this all the time, but I'm going to leave it in the inventory until we need space for something, or until I decide a skill to put on, because right now, our only options are fire making and thieving. I mean, if I have to, I'll put it in thieving. It's not a big deal, but I'd rather put it into something more useful. I mean, I'd like to put it in herb lore, but realistically, we're not getting 30 herb lore for a long time, so even something like mining would be nice. But yeah, let's take a look at these stats right here. And I'll also put all the rewards of the diary on screen in case you don't know what they are. But yeah, the main thing that we get out of this is the cloak. It gives you a little bit of stats over here, which is a slight improvement over the ham cloak. I was mainly just wearing that for the fashionscape. But the thing that's really, really good about this, which I brought up before, is that the teleport gives you unlimited teleports to the monastery. And the really useful thing about this is that it's close to an altar right here. It's close to a fairy ring, which is right over here, and close to a spirit tree, which is right over here. And again, this is unlimited teleports whenever I want. So I have a feeling we'll be using this cloak for a long time. I mean, if anything, just to get to the altar here when training Slayer or doing barrows or whatever. I like how it matches the outfit pretty well too. Looks really good. I know I got distracted quite a bit on the way to getting this cloak, but you know, as I like to say, the journey is more important than the destination. Next video, I want to keep on getting some of these early game quests done and get as much XP as possible out of them now while the stats are still low. And we still have a lot to do to get ready for fire making. Like I want to do some Zaya quests, get 50 fire making, start some construction, and a lot of other things too that I don't want to get too much into right now. This is the most fun I've had playing RuneScape in a while, and I hope you're enjoying too. But with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time.